Wapanatchin, a Native American greeting meaning welcome. Welcome to the Cottage at Passaconawy in York Cliffs, Maine. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this video. I'm sure you'll agree there is no other place like this anywhere. To call it spectacular is just not enough. Better to describe it as a perfect lifestyle. It's about location, design, history, the multiple opportunities for entertaining, and privacy, all the things that really matter. It began about 370 years ago in 1644, when two early immigrants bought this land on the rock-bound coast of Maine and located only an hour north of Boston from King Charles I, after the great Pennacook Indian chief Passaconawy finally relinquished his right to the property. In 1893, these 400 acres of land, now known as York Cliffs, were developed by a consortium of leading business tycoons of their day, headed by John D. Vermeil, founder and president of the Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company. They created a summer resort with the Grand Passaconawy Inn as its centerpiece. The elite from the major cities in the eastern seaboard flocked to York Cliffs to escape the heat of summer and enjoy the cool seaside breezes. By some, it was called Newport of the North, and York Cliffs is now listed on the National Register of Historic Places. Sadly, in 1937, during the Depression, the hotel was razed and material salvaged. But this great summer location remains to be enjoyed by the owner of the Cottage at Passaconawy. Built on the foundations of the inn, this subtle but grand shingle style, with its porte-cochere so typical of the summer cottages on the coast of Maine at the turn of the last century, departs from the past with its soaring openness within. The interior designs in those days were small, dark, and confining rooms. Although grand in scale, from the road it nestles perfectly into the landscape, a style taken from the Robert A.M. Stern School of Architecture. It fits the vernacular perfectly. The lifestyle of welcoming fun and relaxation starts at the main entry and extends to the three-story rotunda that never fails to result in oohs and ahs, as eyes are drawn upward to the studio loft that seems to magically float in the space above. The main level, with open and flowing spheres of living defined not by walls but by natural and interior lighting, is next. Enjoy the tour, noting as you watch the finished details that are custom-made and exquisite. The loft studio includes a private observation deck with expansive views of the ocean and star-filled sky at night and quiet respite. Returning to the entry level and rotunda, also a whispering gallery, you will note the 40-foot hand-painted mural depicting a fantasy seaside garden. This level includes 2 complete suites designed to provide full privacy for family and guests, as well as laundry. And now we move on, headed to the entertainment level, where we find a home theater, and with its 12-foot ceilings, can serve also as a racquetball court. Beyond, a gym, an exercise facility, or perhaps even a hobby room, a garden room, and a wine cave, or wine cellar, as some would call it, with stone walls which were once the foundation walls for the grand Passaconawy Inn. The Cottage at Passaconawy has 30 rooms inside and outside, a myriad of spaces for relaxation, entertainment, privacy, and enjoyment. They include 3,000 square foot of porches and decks, a regulation size tennis court, a double outdoor shower, a cool and peaceful courtyard, and magnificent gardens, along with a 3,000-gallon fish pond. Beyond is the private pebbly beach and over 2 miles of roadways and pathways to enjoy. Here are just a few scenes of what makes the Cottage at Passaconawy a unique place to call home and a perfect vacation compound with entertainment opportunities galore. The Cottage at Passaconawy is situated on a high bluff overlooking the Bay of Maine and Pint Cove. Its address is on Agamenticus Avenue, which is known for its luxury homes. To descend to the ocean, the same pathway that was used over 100 years ago by the guests staying at the inn is still very much in place. Morning walks for coffee along River Road is picturesque and peaceful. Or share a glass of wine and cheese on the private beach, just steps from the gate. Often you'll see the lobster boats tending their pots. Perkins Cove, only 5 minutes by car along the shore road, has many favorite dining spots. The Cottage at Passaconawy has unparalleled opportunity for recreation and relaxation, along with complete privacy if so desired. Each garden setting offers distinct venues for entertaining both grand as well as intimate. Tennis, outside showers, barbecuing on the terrace. In the lower garden, a perfect place to sit on the bench to read or to hold a gala cocktail party, welcoming the season or celebrating an event. The upper deck offers vistas of ocean and nature with an abundance of privacy. The screened porch with paddle fan offers a quietness and evening cool breezes. Stroll the pathways along the ocean to the public beach, known as the Cape Nettic Beach, where one can kayak, canoe, or paddleboard and wade out into the ocean at low tide with a backdrop of Nubble Lighthouse and the returning fishing boats. Go to sleep with the French doors open to the sound of the buoys braying and the ocean breezes floating over you, remembering the day as another perfect day along the coast of Maine at your cottage. Wedding receptions with picture taking on the beach, hors d'oeuvres and wine under the porte cochere, lobsters on the patio, and relaxing by the tennis court. The finest kind motors by on its way to the Nubble Lighthouse, relaxing on the beach or sea kayaking on Cape Nettic River. In summary, where else along the eastern seaboard does one find a sanctuary, a home, an heirloom like the Cottage at Passaconawy that offers all the things that really matter? Where the next stop east is Ireland, where the ocean vistas are breathtaking and one is embraced by the air from the sea and the fragrance of the blooming flowers in the gardens, where the spheres of living provide intimacy, privacy, as well as abundance of space, where the various gardens offer recreational space for every purpose, where one is immersed in a tasteful design surrounded by quality materials used in construction. There just is no other property like this, the Cottage at Passaconawy.